are the Detroit Red Wings and the Florida Panthers. Two teams skating through the relentless winter of an NHL season. Each chasing a story they hope ends in playoff glory. But tonight, they collide. And oh, what a tale it shall be. The Red Wings, they've turned their season around, haven't they? 7 wins in their last 10 games, clawing their way into relevance. Yet beneath the surface of this valiant comeback lies a harsh truth. They're top-heavy, their offense precariously balanced on the shoulders of Larkin, DeBrincat, and Raymond. 54 goals, 67 assists, a Herculean effort by a few, but the rest? Spectators. When a mere 5 skaters beyond the trio can boast 6 or more goals, the cracks in the foundation are glaring. And the defense? Their defense. 3.17 goals per game. 8 goals in 2 outings. It's a leaky ship, valiantly bailed by the likes of Seider and Evansson, while Cam Talbot does his best to hold the tide. A 903 save percentage, 1.2 goals saved above average, commendable, but not miraculous. He's a lone sentinel on a crumbling wall. Then, the Panthers. Oh, the Panthers. Second place in the Atlantic Division, they've done it with style, with flair. With an offense that roars like a storm. Reinhart and Tkachuk, 41 goals, 50 assists between them. But this isn't a two-man show. Barkov, Verhaeghe, Bennett, they've all joined the symphony. Even the defense, Forsling and Ekblad, adds its own notes to this raucous melody. But every storm has its eye. Their defense, like Detroit's, leaks goals, 3.09 per game. Forsling and Ekblad might shine. But beyond them, a squad struggling to contain the chaos. And Sergei Bobrovsky, Sergei. A 899 save percentage. Minus 1.6 goals saved above average. He's steady, yes, but hardly invincible. So, what happens when these forces clash? When the top-heavy Wings meet the storming Panthers on Florida ice? The Red Wings, with their reliance on a chosen few, must face the unrelenting depth of the Panthers. Florida's firepower will exploit Detroit's vulnerabilities. Reinhart, Tkachuk, Barkov, they'll light the way, and Forsling and Ekblad will be the sentinels that shield Bobrovsky from the worst of it. And today's AI pick is the Florida Panthers to win and cover the minus 1.5 spread. On to Game 2.
The Washington Capitals and the Ottawa Senators. A tale as old as time, or at least as old as the NHL playoffs. One team glides on the confidence of dominance, while the other claws desperately at a fleeting opportunity. Tonight, my friends, it's survival of the fittest on the ice. Let's start with the Capitals. First place in the NHL, sitting atop the Metro Division like kings on a frozen throne. Dylan Strome commands the offense, weaving plays with 46 points and a swagger that dares opponents to stop him. Alexei Protas is having a season to remember, his +24 rating glittering like armor on the battlefield. And then there's Logan Thompson, a goalie who doesn't just block pucks, he denies fate itself. With a 2.23 GAA and a 921 save percentage, he's the silent sentinel every team wishes they had. But let's not discount the Senators, shall we? 1 point out of a wildcard spot. They're a team playing with their backs against the wall. Tim Stützle, Brady Tkachuk, Drake Batherson, they're more than names. They're Ottawa's hope, even if that hope flickers like a candle in a storm. And in net, Levi Merilainen. A kid with a 1.99 GAA and 925 save percentage. Impressive, sure, but let's not get carried away. Will he stand tall under the weight of Washington's relentless attack? Or will he crumble under the pressure? Ottawa's defense has been tight lately, conceding only 9 goals in their last 5 games, 2 of which were shutouts. Impressive numbers, no doubt. But Washington is a different beast. They're calculated, precise, and merciless. Even if they've been quieter offensively, scoring 3 or fewer in 4 of their last 5 games, they have the firepower to exploit the cracks in Ottawa's armor. And yet, there's something about this Senators team. Call it grit, call it desperation, call it destiny. Sometimes, even the mightiest fall, and tonight, we may just see the underdog take the throne, if only for one fleeting night. And today's AI pick is the Ottawa Senators at 105. A gamble, you say? Perhaps. But fortune favors the bold. And the Senators are skating with nothing left to lose. Now, my dear friends, On to Game 3.
The Philadelphia Flyers and the New York Islanders, a meeting of desperation. Two teams shackled by their flaws, clawing for relevance in a season that's slipping through their fingers. Tonight, one will rise. Let's unravel their stories. Shall we? The Flyers, what a paradox. An offense that has found its rhythm, averaging a respectable 3.0 goals per game. Travis Konechny and Matvei Michkov are the spearhead, relentless and sharp, carving through defenses with 33 goals and 48 assists. Behind them, Tippett, Lawton, and Frost bring a layer of depth that keeps opponents on edge. Even Travis Sanheim, from the blue line, has joined the charge with 6 goals and 17 assists. They're a team that can score. But their defense? A crumbling dam barely holding back the flood. Allowing 3.42 goals per game, their backline is riddled with holes. Sanheim and Ristolainen are soldiers on a battlefield of chaos, doing all they can to stem the tide. Behind them, Samuel Ersson, overwhelmed. A .887 save percentage and a 6.8 goals saved above average tell the story of a goaltender drowning in the onslaught. And then, there are the Islanders. A team at the bottom of the division, their offense whispers when it should roar. Anders Lee, Kyle Palmieri, and Bo Horvat, 44 goals and 48 assists combined, bear the burden of an attack that averages a paltry 2.60 goals per game. Beyond them, the cupboard is bare. Only 2 goals in their last 2 games, hardly the mark of a contender. Defensively, they fare little better. Allowing 3.02 goals per game, their blue line offers no solace. Ryan Pulock and Noah Dobson fight valiantly. But the cracks are clear. Only Ilya Sorokin stands as a true bright spot, a lighthouse in the storm. With a .902 save percentage and a 2.83 goals against average, he fights to keep his team afloat, but even a warrior can only do so much. And now, the moment of truth. Who will prevail? The Flyers, with their offensive momentum, will pierce through the Islanders' faltering defense. Konechny, Michkov, and the rest will carve up the ice with precision, finding seams and creating chaos. Sanheim and Ristolainen will stabilize the blue line just enough, giving Ersson a chance to silence his critics. And today's AI pick is the Philadelphia Flyers to win as road underdogs at +120, calculated, efficient, inevitable. The Flyers will leave the Islanders in their wake. On to Game 4.
The New York Rangers versus the Utah Hockey Club, a battle of teams teetering on the edge of mediocrity. Tonight, they collide at the Delta Center. Let's peel back the layers, shall we? The Rangers 2023 mediocre, yes, but there's a spark in this team waiting to ignite. They come off a 3-2 overtime loss to Colorado, but Sam Carrick and Adam Edstrom found the net, proving their offense has life. Igor Shesterkin, their stalwart in goal, stopped 23 of 26 shots. His record may be 13-15-2, with a 2.97 GAE and 0.907 save percentage, but don't let the numbers fool you. Shesterkin is due for a resurgence. Yet, the Rangers' offense struggles to convert. 3 or fewer goals in 7 of their last 10 games, 20th in goals per game despite being 7th in shots. Artemi Panarin shines with 4 to 5 points, but this team needs depth to rise above. On defense, they rank 20th in goals against and 30th in shots against. A porous defense and a faltering offensive recipe for inconsistency. And then there's Utah. 18 wins, 18 losses, 7 overtime defeats. A mirror of mediocrity. Offensively, they've been abysmal. Scoring 2 or fewer goals in 8 of their last 10 games, their attack is barely functional. Dylan Guenther, their leading scorer with 34 points, is sidelined. Clayton Keller and Logan Cooley fight valiantly, but the weight of their team's struggles rests heavily on them. Defensively, Utah fares slightly better. Karel Vejmelka holds a 2.48 GA and a 0.912 save percentage, providing a beacon of stability. But even he can't carry the load alone. Connor Ingram's 3.49 GA only underscores the gaps in Utah's blue line. So, who takes the crown tonight? The Rangers are the better team. Their offense, even in its struggles, has more firepower. Shesterkin is too skilled to keep floundering. Against a Utah team riddled with holes, the Rangers will find a way to claw their way to victory. And today's AI pick is the New York Rangers at 110. The Rangers will prevail, not in a blaze of glory, but by exposing Utah's weaknesses one calculated step at a time. On to Game 5.
The Los Angeles Kings and Vancouver Canucks, a tale of structure versus uncertainty, where the ice will decide who commands and who crumbles. The Kings, masters of defense, the best in the league, conceding just 2.41 goals per game. Darcy Kuemper, what can one say? A 923 save percentage, a 2.11 GAA, and a string of performances that whisper one word: dominance. Anze Kopitar with 40 points. Adrian Kemp with 20 goals. They may not dazzle offensively, but they deliver when it matters. The Canucks, by contrast, find themselves adrift, 10 losses in their last 13 games. Defensively, they're average, allowing 3.07 goals per game. Kevin Lankinen is a solid presence with a 903 save percentage, but Thatcher Demko, a 883 save percentage and a 3.17 GAA tell a more troubling tale. Their offense, meanwhile, stutters. Without Dylan Guenther, it's up to Keller and Cooley to carry a load that seems too heavy for two alone. So, the question remains, who takes the spoils? The Kings have the discipline, the defense, and Kuemper, a fortress unto himself. Vancouver simply lacks the consistency to break through. And today's AI pick is the Los Angeles Kings at -105. Now, let's reflect. Panthers, Senators, Flyers, Rangers, and the Kings. 5 predictions, 5 stories, all guided by precision and facts. Here's where you come in. If you've enjoyed this journey, step into the fold. Hit that like button, subscribe, and become part of the AI Sports Predictor family. This isn't just about predictions, it's about rewriting how they're told. Together, we're not just spectators, we're storytellers. The game may play out on the ice, but the story starts here. Until next time, my friends, remember, on the ice or off, it's all in the detail.